Broadcasting to YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. It's the LNG Taxi Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the channel on this glorious, almost spring-like day. Well, it is spring-like day. Currently outside temperature now 17 Celsius. It's Friday the 18th of March, and Uber now have got their new rules and terms and conditions well and truly up and running. And for the driver, I've got to say, no real difference at all. No difference whatsoever. We still get the price we see on the job. So the price we see on the job is what we actually get. The new terms and conditions don't affect the drivers at all. Okay, the customer now pays 20% VAT. Well, that goes off to the customer and goes off to Uber. It doesn't touch us at all, so we don't see it. So one or two drivers have been thinking this week about the job they're seeing on the screen. They've got a minus 25% off that. No, you don't. The job you see on the screen is exactly what you get. The VAT goes off before we see it. It goes off at source, and the customer pays the 20% VAT on top of that. On that as well, people have been saying this week about, will this affect the Uber work pool as well? I don't think no, it won't, because Uber prices are still very, very competitive compared to other local private hire companies. The customers will take it. The customers will suck up the 20% VAT charge. They'll do it. The Uber won't suddenly become super expensive. It'll just be slightly more expensive, but again, nothing too major. We know what surge is like. When we're on a surge, the surge can be quite large, and 9 times out of 10, the customer will pay the surge. So don't worry about less work being around. It won't happen. Uber is still, and the Uber business model is still very, very popular with customers across the whole board. So again, do not worry about Uber being too expensive now. Uber will still very much be the number one go-to. Also as well, one or two drivers have been a bit worried, concerned about now Uber partnering with local private hire companies for the overspill of work. That again won't affect Uber in a negative way. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. What's going to happen is, if you're in an area where Uber isn't really around, all this is going through your Uber app. So the rider opens up the Uber app, he looks around for an Uber, can't find one, so the app will automatically try and find a local driver who signed up with Uber for this scheme, local driver scheme. So automatically the customer will get a cab from the local company, and the driver will take them to the destination. Next time they're in the area, again, they'll open up the Uber app. If there's an Uber there, they'll take the Uber. If they can't get an Uber, they'll again take the local app. So passengers will be going for Uber first of all. So Uber will be the first port of call every single time, because you're looking through your Uber app. You're not going onto another company's app to find a cab. Everything's done through the Uber app. So Uber will be the go-to first. So Uber driver gets the first option before it goes to a local company, and that'll happen every single time. So what's going to happen is, Uber will push out. Now, I'm a big advocate of working every area. Don't just work your local area. Push out and push out and push out as far as you go. When I log onto my Uber app, I let the app take me wherever it goes to. I have no boundaries on where I'm going to work. I will just work literally anywhere it goes to. I will go to it. I'll take the majority of jobs as well. I take about 75% of jobs offered to me. Keep moving. For me, that is the name of the game. Another thing to do here as well, and do this as a little experiment today, and I'll ask you something now, and you might be surprised in what you find in the answer. Right. For drivers who have got less than a 50% acceptance rate, so they reject half of the jobs offered to them, every job that you get, which you reject, before you reject it, write down the price of it. Just jot down a bit of paper, or jot down, anywhere, the price of the job that you have just rejected. So it can be a £5 job, write £5 down. Then the next job comes along, reject it again, £6 job, write it down, and do it for the whole day. Write down the job worth, the price of the job for every job you have rejected in that day, and do it for a whole shift, a whole 8, 10, 7, 6 hours, how many hours you work in a day. Do that for the whole course of the day, and just see how much money in the end of your day you've turned away. You'll be surprised of how much money you turn away every day by rejecting jobs. Rejecting jobs, you know, sometimes the amount of money you've turned away in a day can be quite big, and because they're all like £5, £6, £7 jobs, or they're 10 minutes away, they're 15 minutes away. I'm not running for that, But with me, and this is only my opinion, it's only my opinion, with me on Uber, I keep running all the time. I don't tend to sit around and wait. I keep moving around. The more jobs I do, the more money I make. But I did this once. I did it once. I rejected for quite a few jobs in the course of a day, and then I put all the totals of the jobs rejected, add them all together at the end of the day. It's like something like 60 quid I turned away. I just rejected it, and I think, you know, that could make, you know, so reject less, take more. You'd be surprised how much really you do make more if you reject less. Because rejecting jobs, all it does, it goes down to the next person and the next person, and eventually it finds someone who will take the job. So Uber terms and conditions have not changed for us, really. We've changed, we're now employed, really, in a sense of the word now. We're now really employed by Uber, really. Loosely, are we employed? But yeah, but you still work your own hours, which is great. Come and go as you please. Your pension goes out every Friday. Your holiday pay goes out every Tuesday, and they're going out now without fail. They're hitting every week now without fail, which is great as well. Everything seems to be now more on an even keel since the court case. Everything, it seems calm now. You know, everything seems okay, and Uber are going to turn a profit this year as well for the first time ever, and the forecast is a 15% increase in what they thought they were going to make, so they're making even more. So times on Uber are good. Times on Uber are good. I know there's a lot of negativity still floating around. We are in a time now where inflation is raging. Next year, that could mean only one thing. That could put us into a little bit of a downturn in the economy next year or the year after, which is not good. But at least with Uber, when you're online, you are guaranteed the minimum wage. You're guaranteed the minimum wage, which is really, really good as well. So, you know, things on Uber are pretty good. They're pretty stable and pretty secure, which is good. So stay tuned for more videos coming up. I'm going to do a video very soon. It's called a mileage v pay video, and that is basically, I'm going to go around Liverpool, Manchester, Warrington, Stoke, Derby, Nottingham and Leicester, and I'm going to do a full 10-hour shift, which is 10-hour drive time shift in these areas. I'm going to do mileage v pay, so the best mileage for the highest rates of pay. So you want the mileage to be quite low and the rate and the money to be quite high. So that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try it across Liverpool, Manchester, and the other places as well. So mileage v pay, the lowest miles for the highest pay, and then at the end of it, I'm going to tell you the best area to work where you're not running miles for jobs. Your dead mileage is the shortest for the highest pay. So look out for them videos coming up over the next few weeks, the next few months on this channel. Next video coming up on this channel, the LNG Vlogging Taxi Podcast, is myself and my partner Lee, and we're going to look at some of the worst, we're going to drive, and you're coming with us, some of the worst roads in the northwest of England, some of the roads which drive us mad and make us lose money, the roads that tear our hair out, the roads that just have you banging the wheel. Them roads, we're going to drive around them all. That's Liverpool and Manchester, Warrington, and the Wirral for that one. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up next week after this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, why don't you do so? With me right teeth in, and we'll see you again very soon on the LNG Taxi Vlogging Podcast. Myself, Gary, Lee, my partner, not with me today because I'm off to work now to do a shift. So he'll see you on the next one, and we'll see you again soon. See you soon.